What's up, guys? The Allfather here, bringing you our next war recap. This was our 49th war win, our 9th in a row, and we are undefeated since installing the new call system through Clash Caller. So we're on a roll. Things are working well. What that means is we're probably going to get a tough matchup here real soon. So we'll have to be prepared for that, but let's go ahead and take a look at the results of this war. 72-59. Pretty lopsided victory as a result of 22-9 on 3-star attacks. So nothing new there. We've been doing a good job with those 3-star attacks and continued this time. Got a lot of attacks, so want to go ahead and get to them and start showing the attacks here. Base number 1. This is my attack on Town Hall 10. Pretty sure you see again those underpowered air defenses. And going to bring that Pentala Loon attack again, just like the last war against those underpowered air defenses. And even at Town Hall 10 with those multi-target Inferno Towers, no match for this attack. Clan Castle Lure, get the Royals out there, take care of the Clan Castle, and then just spreading those Lava Hounds out. Back them up by targeted balloons, 2 for each defense. And go ahead and rage everything to the air defenses as those lava pups burst. The only difference here, this time those X-bows are targeted up, so that is adding a little extra anti-air defense, which is actually a good thing, because if you remember last time those lava hounds just didn't pop and burst, and this time you see a lot different story. Little extra air defense there. The last one I don't think had might not have even had a Archer Queen. This one does though, so you see most of those hounds bust. At least 3 of them did so far. Maybe a 4th one about to happen here. I'm not sure. There it goes. And so now you see when they bust how much more ideal that is, because you've got all those lava pups for the cleanup. And even though this was a more powerful base, is probably even more convincing than last time, because those hounds burst and those pups are just, they go gangbusters on the cleanup there. So again, that's why we don't rush our defenses and our Town Hall levels, and especially once you get in Town Hall 9 and 10, you got to be careful with those air defenses. Make sure you've got those maxed out at least to level 6, and then when you get to be a new Town Hall 9, continue to max those air defenses out to avoid these lava loon attacks. Next one we're going to watch is Mountain Dew Maniac against the number 5 base here. He's going to bring a Go Wee Wee attack. And he is short as Barb King in this war, so drops down to just a slightly lower level base, but still a worthy opponent here. And he's just going to overwhelm this base with a Go Wee Wee attack. You see there's not a whole lot of compartments. They've got those channels in the middle. Drops a good jump spell there to get into the core, heal everything up. And even without the Barbarian King, he's got more than enough. Has a couple hogs there to take out splash defense. And witches and wizards kind of stay on the outside, away from all the firepower, while the golems go to the middle, the heroes go to the middle, or at least the Archer Queen does. And so very ideal situation as far as the pathing of the troops. Keeping those little more delicate troops with the witches and wizards on the outside, while that golem is drawing the fire of those single target defenses, which is exactly what we would want to see here. And so everything just works its way around the base in a clockwise motion. And it's just a matter of cleaning up a few things. Plenty of Larrys running around left over. Archer Queen still up, and very good 3-star attack from Mountain Dew Maniac. And we 3-star just about every base except for those couple there in the middle, 2, 3, and 4. So pretty convincing win there. Look at this attack by Dead Wizard. I'm going to pause this for just a second here and take a look at a couple things that we notice about this base. And what you see right off the bat is you see that big open core there, not a lot of compartments, not a lot of closed in walls. And so usually when we see that, we're looking at a go wee wee, go wipe type scenario. And the other key thing to note is look at the concentration of anti-air. All of the archer towers, all of the air defenses, the Expos, and the Queen are all in the middle, leaving the only thing that's going to be able to target air defenses on the outside is these couple of whiz towers here. And that's going to be key. You see the army composition down here at the bottom. We've got our standard kind of go we wipe here, but then also 6 loons, and those 6 loons are for the back end cleanup, because once the core gets breached and everything taken out there, those loons are going to have free reign on those ground targeting only defenses. So we'll go ahead and take a look at how this plays out. No dark spell factory, so no option to poison troops. And with that central clan castle location, sometimes you just have to make the call on whether to go with a lure or no lure. So it chooses to go with no lure here. Very widespread on the golems to soak up the attention of as many defenses as possible, and then uses the P.E.K.K.A.s and the heroes as kind of that third tank, that third big hit point area. Heal everything up there, jump, and a rage all there. So 3 spells right off the bat there, because the most important part of this is getting into the core, killing the clan castle, and then it's going to be taking out all this air defense. Heal right in the middle of the core is going to keep everything up and alive, while those anti-air defenses are all going down. And as this last one's being targeted, the balloons are already coming in. 2 from the bottom there, 2 more from the bottom, a couple more from the other side. And the core is taken out, all the air defense is taken out, and it's just a matter of letting the balloons go ahead and work with the remainder of the kill squad and clean up what's left. And you see there's just plenty of troops. Full golem, 2 golemites, wizards, witches, and balloons, skeletons everywhere. And so pretty easy there. Another reason why you want to have more compartments in your bases, and also don't clump everything that of one style defense all in one spot, because you're going to open up the perimeter of your base to clean up troops of the opposite variety. Next we're going to look at this attack from the dumbest on kind of an entry-level Town Hall 9 here, and does kind of a unique strategy here, so want to pay attention to what he does. Basic lure, goes ahead and uses the poison there. You know my opinion on that. I don't think there's a lot of value in using a poison there to get rid of an archer and a wizard, especially when you've got a back-end hog attack. As you can see, he's got 16 hogs lined up, and those would be much better used for skellies. But you see there he brings 4 earthquake spells, and we don't see a lot of that. Very interesting choice, and you're going to see that it was actually a very good choice. And he goes ahead and throws down his witches and wizards, try to kill that clan castle dragon. And in just a moment it's going to be going down. Takes a little bit longer, but goes ahead and throws that golem down right as the clan castle dragon's about to die, and the clan castle golem as well. Doesn't wait for it, goes ahead and launches it down there. And because he dropped the earthquake spells, the golems have a direct path right into the middle. It opens up a path to the heroes, it opens up a path to the Expos, and also those interior open compartments there, which are going to be housing Teslas and giant bombs. And so actually a really great idea, good execution to bring the earthquake spells there. Only leaves a couple of heal spells on the back side, so he's going to let his kill squad do a lot of work and then just spam those hogs in the back end and let them go to work. 16 hogs, it's more than enough to clear out those few defenses. Drops that early heal spell because of that concentration of defenses on the back side, and just does a back end kill with the hogs. Now you see those skeletons running around, there'd be the place for your poison spell rather than on the front end. But he goes ahead and everything's just kind of working around. All the defenses are taken care of now with the hogs, and from there he's just got a ton of troops left over to clean up. And so Again, not a terribly difficult base or terribly developed base, but very nice idea to bring those earthquake spells, get those golems walking around the middle, and taking care of all those giant bombs while your hogs work around the outside. So great job there, Dedumus. Good strategy and good execution on that. And next one we want to look at is Abraham and his world famous hog attacks. This one a little bit more of a challenge because it is a Town Hall 9, so he's got a couple extra buildings and defenses to take out here, but you see just how well laid out this is for hogs. So he goes ahead and drops his handful of hogs to get a lure and take out a defense. Then he goes ahead and drags him to the corner for a standard witch wizard kill. Now he goes ahead and drops a poison spell there. Now I know I just said in the last one that I didn't like that poison spell, but I actually like that one because he'd already tripped one of the skeleton traps, and so he's got skeletons up there and the clan castle troops. So he does get a little more value for that poison spell than say the last one. And so once that's taken care of, you can see that there's just no space inside the base for giant bombs. There's one outside, it's not even a max level. There's some flip traps out there, so he's got some elements in there to try to prevent hogs and those kind of things, but without the max level double giant bombs, there's really nothing that's going to prevent these hogs from running through the base. And so all he's got to do is keep them healed up. Now, because of the extra buildings and spread out nature of the base, he does have to make sure to manage his spells, as he doesn't have 4 like a TH9 would. He still only has the 3, but you can see that as long as he just keeps them alive and keeps them running through the heal spells at the right times, that it's... Sorry, I had a little pause in the recording there. I'm not sure how that's going to end up turning out in the final product. Hopefully I won't have to scrap everything and start over. But hopefully we just got finished watching Abraham's hog attack versus number 8. And we're going to move to this attack by Awesome Sauce on base number 10. And it's just going to be a pretty basic go weho. And while we're looking at this, just going to draw a couple things out here. With this go weho, you notice we have 2 golems instead of 1. And the reason being is because you see all these point defenses right here. 2 golems are going to soak up the attention of all those point defenses while the kill squad comes in from these angles. And then just targeted back end hogs are going to take out these buildings, keep them healed, and everything will kind of meet up together, and you'll see how that all works together, and this base goes down pretty quick. I think I ended in the speed up button or something that last time, and the recorder stop pause button is right there too, so I'm not sure how much that affected things, but giant on the backside there to get the clan castle lure in. And again, you'll see we're not going to use a poison spell here because there's just no need to. This witch barb wizard clan castle is more than capable of taking out all those troops without a poison spell. And so as soon as that's accomplished, go ahead and see the golem drops on the outside flanks there. That attracts the attention of all of those point defenses there. Good job creating a funnel there with 3 wizards on the outside. And that Barbarian King's going to come in serving as an additional tank, protecting the witches and the wizards. And then you just see on the back end, brings targeted hogs at all those point defenses, similar to a surgical hog attack. And then just keep them healed up. And they continue to work through the base. Just keeping a lot of heal spells on those backside, trying to keep those hogs up because they're going to be doing the majority of the damage to the defenses. We want to get all those defenses taken out so that the cleanup crew doesn't have anything in its way or anything firing at it, which it doesn't. And there we go, another 3-star victory there with a Go Weho using 2 golems, shattered entry instead of the cold-blooded single golem. This one we're going to watch is a Hog Attack by Peter 322, and 3-star attack, but some opportunities to point out here. Gets the lure accomplished there, drags them up to the top. Kind of dangerous dragging them to an area where there's 2 mortars, because if the witches were to get too close to those mortars or even to that cannon, it could spell trouble. But they do stay back, which is a good thing, and goes ahead and takes out that clan castle dragon no problem. But just be careful when you're choosing where to lure to, especially with mortars and witches, because it doesn't take too many hits for them to take those witches out. And you'll see he brings 2-finger drop on the bottom there. One thing you got to watch out is make sure you pre-heal giant bomb spots right there. Boom. And the heal goes down too late. Now he got lucky that it was only a level 2 giant bomb, and if that had been a 3, those hogs would have all been toast. And then same thing over here on the right hand side here. Openings for giant bombs should have been pre-healed, goes down too late, and you'll see that time it did get them because they were not at full health. And so you just have to be very careful and pre-plan out where you're going to be dropping those heal spells, and make sure it's on the 2x2, 2x4 openings where giant bombs could be, or else you could lose a whole bunch of hogs. Pretty decent heal spell placement there, takes out all but 1 skeleton as it's making its way to the last defense, and from there he's got more than enough troops to take out the rest of the base. So good job there, but just a couple of reminders as far as pre-healing and spell placement. If those were max level giant bombs, this most likely is not a 3-star attack because you're not pre-healing those areas. And those are very obvious on a pre-scout. There was only about 4 spaces, 3 to 4 spaces where those could have been. And so that would have been a good idea to make sure that that was the plan for where your heal spells went. But still gets away with it and gets the 3-star attack. And so nice job there by Peter 322. And here we're going to watch Chaz. He does, I call him Chaz. It's actually C-Haz, was his name, but I just call him Chaz because it's easier to do that. But you're going to see here he drops targeted just a handful of hogs there to go ahead and take out that 1 defense. He also does is sniff out a potential giant bomb location there in that opening. And the reason I want to show this attack here is because what we talked about in that last one with the pre-healing, you'll see that the difference that makes in an attack here is Chaz brings this hog attack, and just watch his heal spell placement. And the other thing is this clan castle kill. Look how he takes care of that dragon with 3 wizards and just a couple barbarians. It would behoove everybody to learn that and not rely so heavily on the witches. But that's an excellent model way to do that. And you see he gets those heals down where there's 2x2 openings in plenty of time. Goes ahead and brings some clan castle hogs as well, so he's got those max hogs, again pre-healed where the giant bombs are, and because of that he doesn't lose a whole bunch of hogs to those bombs. Last spot where they could be plus the barbarian king is where his last heal spell goes, so that's a great job of being patient and waiting till the hogs get to where they need to be healed at. He doesn't have a whole lot left, but if he had not pre-healed he would not have any left at this point, and if he didn't put that last heal down by the barbarian king probably would have taken out with the remainder of the hogs. So there was one little giant bomb in a weird spot there at the end. You see it tripped, but kind of half went off, half didn't right at the end of the raid. So inconsequential there. And getting down towards the last couple of attacks, we want to take a look at this Go Wipe Low, or Go Wipe with Back End Balloons by the Great Guy. Again, very easy clan castle lure. Why you would put your clan castle that far out of the base is beyond me. I guess at Town Hall 8 most clan castles are lureable anyway, but you really don't need to make it that easy. And you see this wide open space out here on the right side of the base. Very easy for somebody to drag your troop out to kill when you're going to put a builder hut out there and no other buildings. So keep that in mind as you're designing bases for defense, as this is not a very good setup. But he goes ahead and gets that done, drops the golem to protect his kill squad there, witches and wizards. And what I like about this attack is, first of all, that golem spread is perfect. Look at all the wall breakers. He brings 10 wall breakers because he needs to punch into the core. And you know, when you're not a Town Hall 9 and you don't have jump spells, good use of wall breakers can really make a big difference. He's got everything punched all the way to the core now, and once he drops that rage, everything can move right into the core and start doing its damage. And I just really impressed and like the spell placement, the rage on the approach to the core, and then the heal in the core. That's how I like to do go wipes. I don't usually do straight go wipes a whole lot anymore, but if I do, I like to do that heal rage and then heal outside the core to bust through those walls once you start getting to the other side. And then you see just the targeted loons on the back side. And because the only things left are ground targeting defenses, that was a great choice. Very patient. He waited till everything went down. Now you'll see air skellies popping, and he's still got a poison spell in the bag. And the only thing that can hurt those balloons is air skeletons, and of course those seeking air mines. But would have loved to have seen him drop a poison spell at any point here to keep those alive, but as a result, the skellies and the seeking air mines take out that balloon pack before the wizard tower is down. There's really a reason that wizard tower shouldn't have been able to go down with the balloons, but here nor there because it's a 3-star attack. But had he used that poison spell at an opportune time, that attack would have gone down a lot quicker too. So, but as it is, another great attack. I love the back end balloons, hybrid attack strategies that turn kind of an average 2-star go wipe into an easy 3-star. And our last attack here that we're going to look at is Seymour Kitties. And just wanted to take a look at this because you see he does something kind of unique for a dragon attack, is he does a lure. A 1-hog lure gets the dragon out of the clan castle. We usually don't really recommend worrying about a lure with dragon attacks, but in this case he draws it away from all of the defenses so that he can kill it easily. Then he drops his clan castle max hogs to go ahead and snipe one of those low level 4 air defenses, and then lightnings the other. Brings a few inventory loons along with his dragons to take out the third. And so because he's not dealing with a clan castle dragon right in the middle of the base, he's really got nothing preventing him from sniping all these air defenses and just taking control of this base. So kind of a unique approach. Again, I just wanted to show it just to show you that you can lure on a dragon attack. There's nothing saying you can't or that you shouldn't. And maybe sometimes it is more beneficial. Just look at how many dragons he's got left. I think it's at least 7 dragons left maybe. And so anytime you have that many troops left on an attack, you know you did something right. So good job there by Seymour Kitties with a dragon snipe and a lure. And so we're not going to really show any Town Hall 7 attacks. As you know, Town Hall 7s do pretty much dragons and lightning, and it's an instant 3-star. However, we did have somebody try to do a Town Hall 7 without using lightning and mass dragons, and that is going to be the winner of our biggest fail attack for this war. And I just need to find it here. Oh, where could it be? Sorry, I thought I knew where it was. Oh, come on, where did you go? Here, we'll pause it until I find it. Okay. Winner of our biggest fail attack, Semi-Pro 2002, bringing extra loons and rages and heals and You asked for it. You wanted to be on the YouTube, and here you are, buddy. Brings in kind of a poor man's dragon attack, using a lot of balloons, and they do the job there. They go ahead and get that air defense down pretty quickly. But you got level 1 dragons trying to go against a clan castle dragon, so they're getting smoked there. And this is just a perfect example of why we don't do Rage and Heal at Town Hall 7. Number 1, it's more expensive than Lightning. And number 2, I don't know how many times I've seen it from typically really, well, not bad clans, but at least the Town Hall 7s, the low-level guys trying to do this, and they just don't have control of the funneling and the dragons, and with those air defenses that far away from each other, when you're using the Rage and Heal and the level 1 dragons, they tend to split apart, and as you can see here, you still got that one air defense still standing, even with all those balloons. And because of that, it's going to be the biggest fail of this war. This is I believe his second attack, 3-starred the first one, so did a good job there. We had several new Town Hall 7s warring with us this war, and they did a great job. 6-star war for NT number 20, so good job, Nate and David. Welcome to the clan. Look forward to continuing to war with you and helping to see you guys grow into 3-star clan warriors as well. So that is it for this clan war recap. Remember, sucking sucks, so just don't do it. And until next time, we will see you later as we go for our 50th win.